Greetings from the famous talk show of the Army Institute of Management and Technology, where the current students will meet the alumni of the institutions. They have a better insight into what the future may hold. The event is meant to strengthen the bonds between the alumni and the college, as well as to provide the students who plan to join the corporate world with the learnings from the experience of their peers. It is indeed our great delight to welcome amongst us the proud alumnus of the institution, Mr. Subodh Gusain of MBA 6 batch, manager at Vialto Partners. Sir was working as USI tax professional from the June 2011 to August 2017, and then from December 2017 to the present day. Primarily focuses on reviewing executive US individual tax returns, BNA calculations, ICAT setup, payroll reconciliation, cost projections, and etc. He have worked on both compliance and non-compliance projects, completed a short rotation to US from August 2017 to December 2017, where he transitioned some of the US consulting work to USI and built a stronger relationship with the company contact. Direct relationship with the global mobility contact in standardizing and resolving foreign TEQ processes, conducting tax orientation meetings from last 8 years, including IPATs, expats, repats, and etc. Direct client facing experience from last 3 years. Successfully completed the IRS enrolled agent exam on December 11, 2018, and started signing US tax returns on the various clients from January 2019 onwards. Already signed close to 200 returns during the current compliance season. Sir now is working with Vialto Partners for the past 3 months diligently to have achieved the feat he is in today. Our alumnus has established himself as a successful individual in the field of taxation, and we could not be any prouder. It is indeed our honor to have you with us, sir. So on a lighter note, we'll start, sir. So my first question would be, sir, what would you choose MBA, and that too from AIMT?
Yeah, so when I got the, usually when we prepare for MBA days, means giving those entrance exams and all, I think these are the questions most of us, prepared for. So I don't have that fancy, answers for that. But yeah, I completed my bachelor's in business administration from Pune. So I was looking to do master's in MBA, means in business administration only. So being a army brat, I was always, inclined towards going towards those institutions like even Symbiosis or AIMK Kolkata or AIMP. So I got the chance to pursue the MBA from AIMT, and I gone for it, and I felt it was a great choice for me.
That's great. That's great, sir. So, sir, how was your journey at AIMT, sir? And right from the first day to the last day of the college.
It was quite memorable. I think that there are a lot of things we cannot. I think no one even from the previous batch or anyone can summarize it. In a very short amount of time. It's a journey. It's a lifetime spent, and it's a altogether different experience. But from the beginning, I never been to the hostel life, so I have seen. It was my first time experience on the hostel days. So having that mess set up and gathering around for the food and all those things, it was a great experience in AMT. I think what most of us came from the same background, which gave us the concept of unity from the beginning. So I think most of us have been team player, and we have seen that everyone is united in all front. So overall, it was a wonderful experience.
All right, sir. So that's very good to hear you from. Sir, I would like to ask you, sir, who was your favorite teacher?
There were multiple. I cannot name like only one because that won't justify it. Because during our time, I think each and every faculty have contributed in one way or another. I think it was more not just a teacher-student relationship, but we connected on very personal level as well. They guided us, and with some of the faculties we talked, even after college was completed. So it was altogether a different relationship. But yeah, I do remember some of the names. Sanjeev Tandon sir was there. Yeah, Yasin Khan sir was there. Surbi Pandey ma'am, Pratibha Jha ma'am. So Pawan Kumar Sharma sir. So there are a lot of people, a lot of faculties were there who we are being very grateful that they were there at our time.
That's great, sir. Even Sir Pawan sir is also my favorite.
Yeah, I was his on his syndicate as well from the beginning. So yeah.
Great, sir. Sir, can you think of any memorable day which you can think of in your college life?
Yeah, memorable day in a way has multiple. You cannot just again go with 1 or 2 day, but I think there were a couple of days where you felt like those were days like you want to relive with those days. I think first the way we celebrated Holi in AMT was next level, right? So that's one, and especially on I'm sure you guys have seen that as well, but like birthday, how we celebrated birthday in the boys hostel,
Yes, sir.
especially right. And then I got a letter from our director sir when I scored highest marks in the financial management. That is one of the days when I remember. And of course, when I got placed with Deloitte. So those are a couple of days which I can remember. But almost most of the days were like memorable because something or other thing was happening with someone. So it was awesome.
Sir, I would like to know, sir, what are the hard and soft skills should uh, in someone should have?
Yeah, basically, in respect to all the fields, basically we would like to focus, and I think this is a basic skill which goes from back, and it will be continuing going, in future years as well. I think communication, communication is the one skill which you can brush up like every single day and year by year. So how effective and how efficient you become with that skill, that if you become a master of communication skill, I think you can win that. Apart from the two things which I can prioritize is networking skills from the from the corporate world side, and the second the next one would be technical skill for your respective field. If you become a subject matter expert of that particular field, you should have one subject matter expert. For example, if our faculties are subject matter expert on their respective field, like someone is IT expert or someone is a finance expert. So over a period of time down the line, you all have to define what particular subject you are pursuing and what particular skill set you would like to go for that particular skill, right? But yeah, in major, I think in networking and communication goes long way.
Yes, okay. Uh, sir, sir, we generally say that we learn something each day to become the better version of ourselves. So, if you look back, how would you describe yourself prior to your MBA?
Prior to a MBA, I was not much of a very outspoken guy. I was kind of, give my point at the later stage, let others talk and all. But I think it's all also about, initiating at times and also describing yourself. So I was in MBA, I try to learn to be more open and try to be more confident. So that's one of the skill I have observed that I have gained over a period of time when I was pursuing my MBA.
Yes, sir. So, what, according to you, sir, was the best thing about the college? And also, was there something that you can think of could be better, could have been better?
Yeah, I think one of the best thing was the faculties. I think they have created an impact in everyone's life, and not in just terms of explaining the subjects or for teaching us on their respective subjects, but I think that the way they guided, the way they treated, Even when we completed our college, whenever we used to come to college, they meet us, the way they guided us, even around that time as well. I think that is remarkable. So that's one thing outstanding over the years was the faculty, and I think this goes without saying that they are the best assets for the college. And with regards to, I think you mentioned about what could have been done better. I think right now, what we have been seeing from last couple of years, I think the placement team has been more actively involved. I
Yes, sir.
think I still believe that there is a lot of potential we can tap into this particular area, because I think for a student career, I think placement is one thing which he always look forward to it. And placement is the area where you change one station to another, right? So we have good number of alumni with us, and they are well established at their respective field. If you guys can reach out and have connect with them, or can do something about that, will strengthen the relationship for the college and the alumni. I think that will benefit overall for everyone.
Yes, sir. Even sir, our college is working on it, sir.
Yeah, I think I am seeing some improvements, but there is a lot of scope over there, because we know that the strength we have and the people, because some of these people wanted to help and still there is no further connect from them, right? So still, how we have to be very creative about this particular area. I think then the students, and going forward, the student who will be joining our campus, they'll be benefiting this hugely from this.
Yes, sir. Uh, so my next question would be like, how did AIMD prepare you to for your career in finance, and what role did it play to shape you to become who you are today?
Yeah. So I think, as I told you, right, I was trying to be more outspoken, and with regards to the communication, sometimes it's not about just saying words and just communicating, but you have to be different parts of the uh, areas of communication where you need to emphasize, for example, active listening, be confident, be receptive, be empathetic, and there are so many factors. So I think they are not only just from the topic standpoint overall, but I think in terms of the AMT, it gives us a system or a infrastructure where we have good professional or the faculties who have guided us over a period of time. I think we have good resources to go through in terms of researching in respective fields. And I think in this regard, we have received a good support from the faculties and from the amenities or the infrastructure we have. So overall, that has helped. The is your foundation stone for your careers and all. Because I still remember when I was getting placed for my uh, company, I was talking to my taxation faculty, and she was kind of guiding me what all things you need to take care of and what all things you need to do well on the interviews and all. So from the basic to all the way, all those communications we had, I think that has shaped or built a foundation for our careers.
That's good. So, is there any influence of your domain of career or your specialization?
Like for finance in
Yes,
my
sir.
career,
Yes, sir.
uh, finance as a all, like what we studied and what I'm working on right now, it's a bit different, because I'm working. We studied about the Indian taxation and Indian accounting, but I'm working on the US accounting and taxation. But the basic principle of the accounting and taxation remain the same. If you understand the basics of any accounting and the principles, I think the basics lies over there. But being as a finance as a broader topic, it will help you guide both professionally and personally as well. For example, if someone is pursuing their professional career towards, like, for example, stock market or private equity, they can definitely make some do some research, talk about it, and think about these aspects. So it's like that.
So let's talk about your job, sir. So how was the first day of your job, sir? And was the transformation from a student to an employee smooth, or is there any challenging?
Yeah, I think for me it went pretty smooth. I think the way company has coordinated the trainings and everything that has been taken care very well. From the day one, we felt like we were, the day when you first go from step outside of your student zone and become a professional. So when we walked into the campus, office campus, we were in awe because that's a multinational company, right? So when you work for any multinational company and when you pass out from college, you feel different. So that was an experience on the day one, and it was pretty smooth because of the people over there from the day one. They have taken care of understanding us the technologies, culture, and how everything works and out and out. The only thing required from our end is the curiosity to learn more and to understand how things goes. And at the same time, the accountability and responsibility goes from there because it's your career, right? How you want to progress it, how you want to pursue further. So those all taken, you have to take in account. I think rest it all depends on the company how they make those tra- transition for you. And I think for me it went very smooth.
It's lovely to hear you, sir. So, what has been the most challenging aspect of finance, and how did you handle this?
I think finance for me challenging aspect in terms of my particular field. I don't like in terms of personal is to handle clients. Because if you are from finance and your clients are from different fields. For example, if your client is from IT and you're trying to help them, so they won't understand the finance like you do, right? So converting that language, finance number language, or using those jargon and having that simplified in terms of so that a common person or a different field person will try to understand. I think that is one of the challenging areas. But over a period of time, with lots of practice, you will be able to grasp it well, right? So that's one from the particular this professional side of it. But from the personal side of it, I think finance as a field helps you to understand to manage your own finance as well, right? Because if as a financial student, if you are at least good with saving your money, investing your money, and expending your money, I think you're the master of finance.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, how do you create motivation for yourself and for your team?
I think motivation for me and myself, I think it's all starts from the accountability and responsibility. The word itself is very big, and to some extent it sounds boring, but if you see, we in the corporate world, we are here to work and we get paid for it, right? So if you feel it accountable and be responsible for it, you will take it, means you will own it. And at the end of the day, when you feel like you're getting bored, or something or other things happen, you take small breaks, or you talk to people, right? You try to help others. So to break for example, if you're sitting for 2 3 hours straight, right, and you want to you're getting bored and you need some kind of motivation or something, see if someone needs help, or see if someone if you want to pursue other perspective of the business. For example, I was part of a community involvement as well when while working with the company. So for 4 years, I have served for the com- community as well, which goes throughout the year. Like on the weekends, you can go to those communities and you feel good about it, right? At the same time, if you're a big fan of sports, especially cricket, just like me, some of these companies will have these corporate tournaments, or the sports or interfunctional matches. There you can play and also network with other functions and service lines. So when you have so many things going around, right, your motivation level and everything goes above. With that being said, I think the motivation and everything falls from the beginning. It's your accountability and responsibility how you want to own it, and at the same time it has to come from you. I think no one can push it towards you.
Definitely. So, what are the factors or a points one should consider while choosing the specialization?
If you're looking for overall finance, choose it because I would say it's the basic principle lies what we have heard so far is if you have an interest in that area, Even if you're earning well and you have a good package, but if you're not satisfied, you won't be happy with that, right? So if your interest lies with finance, then seek further like what particular specialization you want to look into that. Some people are very number crunchy and they want to see the stock market, how it goes up and down, and some are, more focused towards tax, some are more focused towards, different aspect of the business like market research or something like that in terms of finance and all. So seek what you see where your interest area lies or your strength lies. For example, if you're good at research, go into equity research, right? If you're good with numbers, try to do something with number related, which is for example like stock market and all. You can do technical analysis expert or the fundamental analysis expert. So it depends on your goal. But as you all are studying right now, and you see, you have financial management, you have taxation. So see if that subjects interest you a little bit as well. If it interests you a little bit as well, just try to seek further and try to see what kind of jobs are there in the market, which you can seek for yourself. Because if you have a little bit interest over there, I think you will do much better over there, and you'll be much happier.
So, sir, what according to you matters the most while sitting in a placement, or maybe internship interview for the finance domain?
Right. So for the finance domain, I think your core skill matters first and foremost is the your core skill. For example, if the interviewer asks you about the rules of the accounting or basic principles of the accounting, what are the basic principle of debit and credit? And if someone fumbles over there or does not give a clear answer, that's a clear sign of someone is not interested in the accounting, right? And as you clear those basic levels, someone will go to advanced level like for the depreciation ledger, trial balance, profit and loss account, and then asset. So some of these basic accounting or the taxation, you need to know about these things, right? So once you sit on this interview, if it's technical, you have to be very clear with it. Right now I think most of the corporate world, they are seeking for people who are subject matter expert or who knows the areas at most, right? They have a good fair idea, right? So someone who fumbles at the very beginning level, they will never make it out, right? So always try to focus on your core. If you're setting for finance, always focus on those core basic, principles and your technicals. Apart from that, have a clear, line of communication, how you want to communicate, and try to develop this habit. How you want to pursue further. Don't just go with the interview like it's a test for me. Take interview as that you want to know this person and he wants to know you, right? So give them the clarity, and I think the more clear you will sound, I think the better and confident they will get. And I think once you will answer all the technical, your communication is to the point, and if you're not taking it, I think the people will respect that, and they will definitely, even sometimes when people do one or two questions they won't able to answer it, they won't take it as a no for granted that we won't hire that person. I think because every interviewer is not looking for 100% answer. What they are looking for is someone who can rely upon and all, right? And then certain technical skills or, marketing skill, whatever field they are aiming for it. So, yeah.
Sir, what are the careers prospects in the field of finance, and where the students can start from? And what kind of certifications are required for the same?
I think it's all depends on the individual student, and they have to do a research. You have a subject of financial management, you have a subject of taxation, you have a subject of law, right? Or statistics, So see if those particular area is helping you. Means you are trying to get interested with. For example, if you're good with financial management or the stock market, right? You may want to pursue your career with the stock market, but how you can go about it? Start researching about it. Job associated for that particular stock market, right? When we say stock market, it's just one area of it, right? It's not just one particular job, right? In the stock market, we have different fields. For example, if someone wants to work in the US taxation, the US taxation is so broad that it have a further division of business taxation, state taxation, individual taxation. international taxation, employment taxation. So right now I'm just categorizing these five. Under these five also they have a different set of category. One is, for example, I work on the individual taxation, which stands for the Global Mobility Services, where we take care of the US individual tax return. When we say individual tax return, अरे यार ये तो केवल ITR बनाता होगा. It's not like that, right? It goes right from the day if your company wants to send, okay, I want to send Abhishek to the US so that he can work from there, but it should benefit the company as well. So what company does is they does a cost benefit analysis from the tax side as well. Will it benefit me and what are the tax obligations, right? That's a first step. Then educating particular assignee or a client about what are the tax rules and things he have to take care about it. Filing his return, helping him to e-file their return, or resolving his technological or tax technical related queries. So there are multiple aspects. Once you get interested in one particular field, try to research about it. Once you get a hang of it, like for the stock market or the US taxation, seek out a person who actually relates to that particular industry, or for that matter, start with your faculty if you know someone from that particular field, right? Once you talk to that person will give you some advice about it. For example, if you guys are interested in knowing about US taxation, how it works and what are the fees and all, you can means we guys can talk from the basic level, right? And then if you want to seek for the individual taxation, then I can guide you more, right? But if you're looking for in US taxation, you're looking for business taxation, then I can refer you to someone who can guide you or give you some insights about the business taxation. So after doing your homework or research around the respective field where you want to work, and if it matches with your interest and the pay is what you're looking forward, and everything is aligned to that, just focus on that. And I think once you start talking to that person, you will get all the right answers. And I think at the basic level, if you're starting fresh, the salary expectations, try to see what is the market standard, because sometimes we go with certain expectation and that doesn't match. So how we understand from the career standpoint, someone from that industry will have an idea that how much the pay scale ranges from, right? If from the beginner level, if you see in Deloitte or in the taxation, it may vary from 3 to 6 lakhs, right? 3 lakh to 6 lakhs in the US taxation part of it, right? And it depends to company as well, and to level as well, what levels you're doing. And then if you pursue your career in the US taxation, you have one of the option, which is appearing for enroll agent exam, just like we do CA here, right? For the if you want to sign the like on the India tax return, if you want to sign the India tax return that I'm signing on this taxpayer, your name, if you want your name to go over there, you have to be a CA, right? Just like that in the US, if you want to sign someone's return, you have to be an EA, enroll agent, right? So if someone is interested to know about this, they can talk to me about that, right? For the individual taxation and the business taxation, they have to be an EA. And then it comes just like CA, it's overall audit or tax for us, right? In the US, we have CPA, right? Which is a broader aspect of auditing, accounting, taxation of US tax laws and all. Okay. So yeah.
Sir, I'm sure that our young professionals would contact you soon and would love to learn from you.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Sir, it was indeed a very fruitful conversation. Since all the good things come to an end, this episode has also reached to its end. But before we officially conclude this session, any piece of the advice for students and the young professionals?
I think you guys are pursuing your first year. First year is done, or you guys are second year?
Yes, sir, it's first year is about to done.
About to done, right? Yeah, first and the foremost, yeah, enjoy this time, because
Yes.
it's gonna last for only a couple of months, right? For sure. But I think as soon as your this third semester will comes to an end, start focusing very seriously about your careers and all, because I think the finance market, if any one of you have following the markets or the news or the world news at a broader level, I think there are very macroeconomic factors which are going very negative For example, Russia and Ukraine war, the US markets are down, the Indian market is very jittery, right? A lot of things are happening, and the FIIs are pulling out of the money from the markets, and coronavirus is happening, monkeypox is there. So I think it's getting challenging to land a job, because people, the companies are trying to survive during these tough times, and one of the way to cut down their expenses to reduce the number of hirings, right? So for example, in a normal scenario, on average, if everything goes smooth, I think if a company takes 10 or 20 candidates from that, it may come down to even 5 or 15 for that matter, right? It can go as challenging as it can get, but if you're prepared for your career, or if you have clear mindset like where you want to go and all, I think these hurdles will you will be able to pass it. And seek out mentors for your respective industry. That is a one big takeaway, I would say. If you can have one mentor who can guide you for your initial days, I think rest you will find some people from your respective fields. Then you'll have some idea about where you're going. It's more like before you go to any destination or any place, right? You switch on your Google map, right? So you need
Yes.
to find your Google map in that way. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. With this week come to an end for our third session of Alumni Talks. I would like to thank Mr. Subodh Gusain for the precious time and sharing his experience with us. We will be back with another session with another alumnus. Till then, keep working on yourself and keep learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thanks for your time.